The Shiromani Akali Dal, whose Badal faction has been in power in Punjab since 2007, is led by a man who was once the youngest chief minister of the state and is now already its oldest ever. Prakash Singh Badal has been a key figure in Punjab politics since before the state was formed. But as the years advanced, this formidable Sikh politician made politics his family business. 89-year-old Prakash Singh Badal, who has been Chief Minister of Punjab a total of 5 times, wanted to be a government servant. Instead, he was pushed onto a path that made him the government. Badal was born into a family of landowning farmers in what is now Punjab province of Pakistan. He earned a BA degree from Foreman Christian College in Lahore, receiving his degree just 1 week after partition. His first foray into politics was when he was elected the Sarpanch of his village, Badal, in 1947. The young Badal's ambition was to join the newly formed state government as a Tehsildar, but under the influence of Gyani Kartar Singh, he joined Akali politics. In 1957, when the Akali Dal had merged with the Congress, he was elected for the first time to the Punjab Legislative Assembly. By 1960, the Akalis had broken from the Congress and Master Tara Singh launched an agitation for creating Punjab Suba, a Punjab state on linguistic lines, and Prakash Singh was one of the young stars of the movement. Badal was defeated in the 1967 State Assembly elections, but returned after winning in 1969 and joined the state's SAD-led government. A year later, in 1970, he became Chief Minister for the first time, the youngest Chief Minister of his state. His term, however, barely lasted a year. The party was beset by infighting and the government was dissolved, with Punjab being put under President's rule. In the 1970s, no Punjab leader came close to Badal in terms of popularity, and riding the crest of popularity following the Akali Morcha against emergency and having spent 19 months in jail, he won the Lok Sabha seat of Faridkot in March 1977, and he won it by the biggest margin ever. The then Prime Minister Morarji Desai appointed him in his cabinet as Minister of Agriculture and Irrigation. But 6 months later, the Akali Dal decided on Badal's return to state politics. In 1977, he began his second term as Chief Minister, a post he held till 1980, when President's rule was again imposed on Punjab. In the 1980s, during the period of Sikh agitation for greater autonomy, Prakash Singh Badal spent time in and out of jail.
At the peak of the Khalistan movement, he kept a very low profile, while more hardcore leaders from the Akali factions were supporting Khalistan out and out. Prakash Singh Badal was kind of a low profile person, politician, and he, the image that he projected was of a soft Akali leader, not in favor of Khalistan but pro-Punjabi Sikh politics.
In 1985, Prakash Singh was back in the assembly. In 1996, he became the president of the newly united Shiromani Akali Dal, and in 1997, chief minister for the third time. And for the first time, he completed his full 5-year term in office. In 2002, the Congress won power, but Prakash Singh Badal and the SAD were back in business in 2007 and have remained in power since then. Well known for his witty one-liners and memory of people and events, Badal was conferred the Padma Vibhushan in 2015 by the Modi government. The 6 feet 2 inch Sardar, also known as Pashji, has been one of the dominating figures in Punjab's political and Sikh religious affairs for 70 years now. And he's once again in the fray for the elections 2017. The Shiromani Akali Dal is the second oldest political outfit in the country. It is younger than the Congress, but older than everybody else. And that also makes it the oldest regional political party in India. Now, 3 years short of its centenary, there are many factions of the Akali Dal. But the Election Commission of India has recognized the Shiromani Akali Dal Badal faction as the Akali Dal. The Akali Dal was formed on December 14th, 1920 inside the Golden Temple in Amritsar. But for the first month and a half, it carried the name of Gurdwara Sevak Dal. On 23rd January 1921, its name was changed to Akali Dal. And the first manifesto of the Akali Dal stated that its objective was to help the Shiromani Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee or SGPC in taking control of the Gurdwaras from corrupt managers. In 1922, the name of the Akali Dal was finally changed to Shiromani Akali Dal. And for the next 3 or 4 years, the Akali Dal busied itself in organizing volunteers for the Gurdwara reform movement. And side by side, it collected funds for the SGPC. The Gurdwara reform movement saw many volunteers going to jail, being beaten up, and even being killed. When the Gurdwara Act was passed by the colonial government in 1925, it was decided that all the imprisoned Akali leaders were also to be released. Having won its first battle, and with the Gurdwaras under Sikh control, the Akali Dal began to morph into a political organization. So much so that by 1930, it became the most prominent political cum religious organization of the Sikhs. For the next 30 years, the Shiromani Akali Dal as a political outfit functioned under the direction of Master Tara Singh. Between 1930 and 1940, the Akali Dal struggled for special rights of the Sikhs. After 1940, it organized anti-Pakistan movement, and briefly in 1946, it launched an agitation for a sovereign Sikh state. In 1947, when the partition divided the erstwhile Punjab province, the Sikh population in eastern Punjab increased because of migration from the west. In 1951, the Sikhs were 35% of the population of Punjab, but linguistically it was a multilingual, multi-religious state. This gave the Akali Dal its post-independence agenda, the creation of a Punjabi Suba. The Shiromani Akali Dal began agitating for the creation of a state on the basis of Punjabi language. In 1966, Punjab was again partitioned as the non-Punjabi speaking areas were carved out to form Haryana. And this provided the Akalis their first opportunity to govern the state of Punjab.
Akalis have been fighting elections since independence, but at that time Punjab was not a Sikh majority state. And once Himachal Pradesh and Haryana were carved out of Punjab, Punjab suddenly from a 35% Sikh population, it turned into a 60 to 65% Sikh population state, and that's how it affected the politics of Punjab, and Akalis came into being the most prominent political player in the state.
The 1967 assembly elections saw the Shiromani Akali Dal come to power. In alliance with the left, Jantar and JNUSU, they formed a united front government for the first time. But the Congress, which had been ruling Punjab till then, succeeded in engineering defections and brought it down within a year. For the next few years, a variation of this story and a variation of choosing alliance partners from the original three kept getting repeated. The period of emergency further widened the rift when the Shiromani Akali Dal refused to do a deal with the Congress. In 1977, the Akalis won and Prakash Singh Badal, who had been CM in 1970-71, again became Chief Minister. But when Mrs. Indira Gandhi returned to power in 1980, she found an excuse to dismiss the Badal government.
They wanted to divide the Akali vote, to take the Sikhs away, so they propped up a hardliner. It's quite another thing that he became too big for his boots, and he grew out of the shadows of the Congress party and became a power in itself with disastrous consequences, both for the Congress party as well as for the country. The Akalis, in the meanwhile, in the wake of the Khalistan movement, in the wake of the fact that militancy started gaining upper hand, the Akalis took a back seat. Prakash Singh Badal was very conspicuous. He almost went into hibernation.
From 1980 to 1992, the supporters of Khalistan movement launched an armed struggle.
ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਜ਼ਿਲ੍ਹੇ ਦੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਖਾਲੜਾ ਦੇ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਚੱਲੇ ਇੱਕ ਲੰਮੇ ਮੁਕਾਬਲੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨੇ 3 ਨੌਜਵਾਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰ ਮੁਕਾਇਆ ਹੈ.
And for long bouts, the state remained under president's rule. Operation Blue Star created a rift in the fabric of Punjab. And the polity began to view the Akali Dal as a supporter, sometimes open, at times disguised, of separatism. With the collapse of the Khalistan movement, steps were taken to restart the democratic process in Punjab. By this time, the Shiromani Akali Dal gradually became split into several factions. Akali Dal Badal, led by Prakash Singh Badal, Akali Dal Longowal, led by Surjit Singh Barnala, also a former Chief Minister of Punjab, and Akali Dal Man, led by new entrant into politics, Simranjit Singh Mann, formerly a senior police officer. The 1992 election was boycotted by the Akalis as well as almost every other non-Congress party. In 1997, the Shiromani Akali Dal under Prakash Singh Badal, with the BJP as a junior partner, thundered back to power. The 2002 elections saw Congress-CPI combination form the majority government, but 2007 and 2012 again saw the Shiromani Akali Dal under Prakash Singh Badal forming the government in Punjab. At the centre, the Shiromani Akali Dal had always had a modest presence. Its highest total was 9 in 1977. In the current Lok Sabha, it has 4 MPs. Over the years, the Akalis had largely remained unaligned in parliament. But in 1998, it had joined the NDA government, and in 2014, they joined their regional partners in Punjab once again. Shiromani Akali Dal MP Harsimrat Kaur Badal is a cabinet minister in the Narendra Modi government.
The chief minister is 89 years old and the deputy chief minister is his son. Prakash Singh Badal knows his politics inside out, and he has ensured that son Sukhbir Badal is so well entrenched in Akali politics and so much in control of the party that no one would even realize where Prakash ends and Sukhbir begins, as long as Badal follows Badal.
Sukhbir Singh Badal, Deputy Chief Minister Punjab, President Shiromani Akali Dal, qualification MA in Economics and MBA from California State University, portfolio Home, Governance Reforms, Housing and Urban Development, Excise and Taxation, Investment Promotion and Sports and Youth Services Welfare, Power. And he's the son of Punjab Chief Minister Prakash Singh Badal, who over the years shrewdly sidelined potential challengers from within Shiromani Akali Dal to consolidate Sukhbir's grip on the party. Educated, cosmopolitan and well-travelled, when he stepped into politics, Sukhbir Singh Badal was perceived to be an entrepreneur who lives life king size. He also represented the hip new face of Shiromani Akali Dal. 1996-97, Sukhbir Singh Badal was a member of the 11th and 12th Lok Sabha representing Faridkot. He was Union Minister of State for Industry in the second Vajpayee ministry during 1998 to 1999. He was also a member of the Rajya Sabha during 2001 till 2004. But it was in 2007 that Sukhbir's interest in politics became evident. By this time, Badal Jr. had matured as a politician and emerged as the real power hub. His stamp was evident in all spheres of governance. It was Sukhbir who played troubleshooter during the Sikh Sacha Sauda flare-up in 2007. In a carefully choreographed succession politics, Sukhbir was anointed party chief in 2008, and that laid the foundation of the first family-dominated rule in Akali history. A year later, in January 2009, he was made the Deputy Chief Minister of Punjab. In 2010, warming up for the assembly polls, Badal Jr. started shifting his focus from government to governance. By starting to fulfill electoral promises made by the SAD-BJP alliance ahead of 2007 polls. Having inherited political zeal from his father, the young Turk had set an agenda for the state. He made tall promises, combined short-term populism with a long-term developmental agenda, which won them votes. In 2012, Sukhbir Singh Badal was instrumental in scripting Shiromani Akali Dal BJP alliance's victory for a second term in Punjab. And with it, he managed to break the jinx that no ruling party in Punjab gets a successive second term.
The general mistake that political pundits make is right of the ruling party in Punjab because it's been every time, for a long time, the incumbent has to leave and the opposition comes back into power, and 2012 was the year when it did not happen, mostly because people had almost written off the Akalis, but the pattern broke that year. And this year too, people should not write off Akalis, mostly because they have a dedicated support base in the state, that is the hardcore Jat Sikh vote. And this year you have a new player, Aam Aadmi Party, who may end up dividing the anti-incumbency vote. But in all likelihood, this year it looks like Akalis will have to surrender power to somebody else.
Badal Jr. has been behind some big-ticket projects like beautification of the Golden Temple complex, highways, roadways, flyovers, bridges and infrastructure, and also a more responsive administration. But at the same time, he's perceived to be the man who presided over a gradual deterioration in the state's finances.
Our debt increase is less than the debt increase of Gujarat, Haryana, Maharashtra. We are 13th or 14th among all states in the increase of debt. Debt increased, every state has to take debt, every company has to take debt. Today, if you ask somebody which person has the highest debt on his balance sheet, I think Mr. Mukesh Ambani will be having. But you can't call him that he is bankrupt. What we are saying, we have used productive debt.
An exponential growth of the Badal's business empire has an overlap with their years in power since 2007. An open secret that feeds an undercurrent of anger against the ruling family. They have unabashedly taken over the major share of every successful business in the state, be it transport or hospitality, TV channels or healthcare. He has also been under attack from all quarters for his government's inability to curb the growing drug menace in Punjab. But having molded himself as the crown prince of Shiromani Akali Dal, Sukhbir Singh Badal is now busy putting the finishing touches to his soaring ambition.
The Badals have been in power for 10 years in Punjab now. But there are more Badals out there than the father-son duo. We'll talk about them when we come back from the break. Over the years, the Badals have become the first family of Punjab. Today, the name Badal evokes unequivocal power in the state, not just for those sporting the family name, but also for those others who are related to the family, the extended family. They control almost everything in the state, from transport to television networks, to aviation, to hotels, and to many other things. It all becomes clear when you look at the family tree and see who has been up to what.
The Punjab cabinet currently has 4 members of the family. Badal Senior, Chief Minister Prakash Singh Badal. His son, Badal Junior, Deputy CM Sukhbir Singh Badal. Son-in-law, Adesh Pratap Singh Karon, and Sukhbir's brother-in-law, Bikram Singh Majitia. And here is another interesting fact. These 4 combined control 19 ministries and departments in the current Punjab government. Take a look. Prakash Singh Badal controls 6 portfolios. Sukhbir Singh Badal controls 7 portfolios, out of which Home Ministry is the most significant one. Adesh Pratap Singh Karon, the son-in-law, controls 3 portfolios. Bikram Singh Majitia, the brother-in-law, controls another 3 portfolios. And that's not all. Prakash Singh Badal's daughter-in-law, Sukhbir's wife, Harsimrat, is a union minister in the Modi government.
मैं प्रकाश सिंह बादल ईश्वर दी सौं चुकदा हां.
In the 2012 elections, 28 members from various established political families of Punjab had vied for a seat in the Vidhan Sabha.
मैं सुखबीर सिंह बादल
15 of them eventually got in, heralding the second consecutive victory of the SAD-BJP alliance in the state.
संविधान दे प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा अते निष्ठा रखांगा.
And keeping it all within the family is clearly what Badal Senior believes in. A shrewd politician with over 70 years of experience in the arena, he has ensured different power centers remain firmly entrenched in his family. He married his daughter Parneet into the Congress heavyweight Karon family and his son into the powerful Majitia clan. The Karon family is highly respected in political circles, having members in both the Congress and the SAD. The son-in-law, Adesh Pratap Singh Karon, also holds shares in a telecom company named Shivalik Telecom. The Majitia family is another one with political lineage. Harsimrat's grandfather, Surjit Singh Majitia, was the Deputy Defence Minister during Jawaharlal Nehru's regime. Currently, Harsimrat's brother, Bikram Singh Majitia, is not just an Akali Dal MLA. His family also owns Saraya Industries, which operates in liquor and energy sector, and Majitia holds the ministry portfolio for non-conventional energy. However, if you thought it's all in the immediate family, that's not the case. In the upcoming 2017 elections, Prakash is fielding the next generation of Akali by giving tickets to sons and sons-in-law of other senior Akali leaders and old-time Badal loyalists. Detractors say it is all a political ploy to keep the loyalty going.
3 Badals: Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister, and Member of Parliament. The 3 of them have declared assets worth more than 116 crore rupees. Now, there have always been allegations of the Badal business enterprises benefiting from Punjab government contracts and state government patronage. The family has always denied any wrongdoing. But the fact is that their wealth grew exponentially while they were in power. Does it matter? Well, that is for Punjab to decide. February 2017.